we lost some capacity, for real self-reflection and so on, in the loss of confession, in the loss of, the thing about those Protestant churches is, even if it's the same sort of class of people who have left them behind, in those old churches, at least, every so often you had to hear a sermon about sin and your own sinfulness. And now you don't, there's some loss of public rhetoric, there's some loss of calls to personal holiness that have been taken away. Now, look, none of these people are mine. I mean, I'm a Catholic. This isn't my people. But they formed America, and in ways that it strikes me are very, very interesting here. And I would say, yeah, to ask that question, how am I a good person, is already to be involved in philosophical concepts of the self, the numinous order, things beyond the self. And so, the moral question is a spiritual anxiety.
Yeah, so this is very good. Yeah, so what I was thinking that, it's possible that, when people, have what you call spiritual anxiety, they're thinking of themselves as, having some kind of immortal soul that could be saved maybe in some way, and maybe the salvation can somehow be guaranteed. And that is very different from normal moral anxiety, where that, there is nothing guaranteed. You can do something wrong every day, any day, the good thing that you did yesterday, you might end up undoing it because now in frustration you say something unkind, and now this good thing that you did yesterday, so there are no guarantees in moral life in the same way. There is basically there's not an equivalent.
Well, there's no guarantees in the life of the spirit either. But I will say this, there's another line that one might take to connect this, which is to pick up Pascal's description of a God-shaped hole in the soul, right? That there's some want in us. Where did Pascal? Oh, you're going to teach Pascal in the spring.
Maybe.
But there's something, and I think this is quite right. Although I don't know how one would sell it, but there is something in us that will not be satisfied. This would be yet another of those pieces that tries to connect human psychology to social conditions. There's something in us that will not be satisfied without the divine.